Our last award tonight, as folks of you who are regulars here know, is the Lighthouse Award. And I'm going to let the presenters describe that. But I think the fact that there is a Lighthouse Award is just another indication of the great community that exists in this room. For regulars, you know that the usual presenters for this are Sarah Thorne from Walmart and Bill Lane, formerly of Caterpillar. But Bill is not here tonight. Selena Jackson, we're very pleased, from Procter & Gamble, is joining Sarah in presenting this award. And basically, Bill was voted off the island. No, Bill is a dear friend of myself and everyone, but Ken Levinson was asked if there was any connection between the price of the tables going up and Bill not presenting the award. But I don't think that's any connection. Actually, Bill is not here because he's not in town. He is on his way to Las Vegas. He's clubbing it there with Bob Zellick. They flew to Indiana to pick up an RV, and they're driving across America. And if there is a God, what happens in Las Vegas will stay in Las Vegas. But in lieu of Bill and Sarah, please join me in welcoming Selena and Sarah.
I feel like I need to defend Billy. He's actually on an island in South Carolina. But Selena and I are actually delighted to be here to present the Lighthouse Award. As most of you know, the Lighthouse Award is given to a member of the trade community who's led the way on trade policy or advanced the understanding of trade. Past recipients include members of the press, Hill staffers, administration officials, and corporate and trade association representatives. And Selena, I think you gave the first Lighthouse Award in 2008 to Judge Morris,
That's
correct?
Right. That's right. And each year since then, we have recognized a number of great individuals. You know, when I look at the list of past recipients, another quality that many of them share is mentoring and helping develop the careers of others in the trade community. And that is certainly true of tonight's honoree.
So, you know, the conversation from the past awardees about women and women in trade has been on my mind, and gender and women, particularly this week. And one of the things that I've always appreciated about the trade policy field is there's a real healthy balance between men and women. Several women have served as USTR, deputy USTRs, trade ministers, and commerce secretaries. And look at our awardees tonight.
Hey.
Leaders and women leaders in trade.
But Sarah, I don't think I need to remind you that it wasn't always this way. When you and I came to Washington and we started out our career several decades ago, we were often the only women at the table. So I know that we, no doubt, benefited from other women who broke many glass ceilings along the way before we came onto the scene.
And that's true. You know, it has been the women in the trade community that have helped me advance my career, have been with me there. It didn't matter that my first job in Washington was about copying and taking notes. The women treated me as a peer, and that's what mattered. In fact, we've been lucky to have kind of a trade squad of women as we've advanced our careers. But these are the people who help us, support us, and advance us as we've gone along.
Exactly. So for all of us in this room, WITA has been a place where the trade community can come together. But for many of us here, there's also another organization that has proved instrumental in our careers, particularly when we were just getting started. The organization I'm talking about is called Women in International Trade, or WIIT. When I first started in trade, WIT introduced me to some other amazing women in the trade policy field that are today still some of my closest friends 25 years later.
So WIT was founded in 1987. The concept was to help women professionally and personally. The initial group included women who worked in all facets of trade policy. They volunteered their time to develop articles of incorporation, and they opened their Rolodexes, which we had back then, to bring new people into the tent. The founders, Julia Hughes and Robin Lanier, personally deposited the first 2 checks to get the organization started.
32 years later, the group continues to foster and promote the careers of women in trade through networking and professional development training. So as you might be starting to guess, WITA is going to do something a little bit different tonight. Instead of honoring an individual that embodies everything that the Lighthouse stands for, we're going to honor an organization.
So tonight, WITA is thrilled to present the 2019 Lighthouse Award to women in international trade. And we'd like to call up to the stage the president of WIT, Yuri Ono, and the immediate past president, Lisa Schroeder. And I know there are at least 6 other past presidents here who've made WIT what it is today. So please, all of you come up, Stephanie and Kat and Phyllis and Nicole and Angela Hoffman. Let's go. So please join me in congratulating WIT. Let you guys both make comments. How about that? And they don't have to be long because we surprised you.
I was totally surprised. I never win anything, so I was in the restroom. I was like, oh, why? I'm like, wow, this is exciting.
This is
Yes.
incredibly exciting, and we're so incredibly grateful. For many of you were at WIT's annual dinner, which happened a couple of weeks ago, and for the record, we were honoring Congresswoman Del Bene and Walorski back in March. But that's okay, because the second go around is a good thing too. We're just really thrilled because we said it at the annual dinner. WIT is, it's about creating a shared space, very much like tonight, exactly like this evening. It's about giving everybody a safe place where you can come together and talk about trade as a good thing and how we work together to actually make good things happen. So whether it's therapy and helping everybody overcome what happened on Twitter today, or creating opportunities where, particularly for women in the gender equality discussions we've been having tonight, talking about how we create development opportunities and share lessons learned, experiences, whether it was a boss you had that can teach someone else how to handle troubled issues that they have in their job, or teach somebody about how to move on, and to create new opportunities and to become a leader in trade. That's what we do for one another. So for anyone who is not familiar with WIT, WIT.org. Please feel free to look it up. I know Ken won't mind if I share. We're a complementary organization. We partner frequently, and it is about creating that shared space and place for people to come together. So this is such a tremendous honor. As you've seen, we have an extraordinary leadership team. It's a great way of kind of getting yourself out there, involved in the community. We welcome women and men. We are gender neutral, so everybody is allowed to participate. And with Yuri as our president this year, we've got some really exciting things on the program.
Yes, and thank you. And anybody from the government, think tank, Congress, you're all welcome, man, woman, everybody's welcome to join. We have great programs. Like, we did like 50 programs last year. One of the topic was 232, of course. It's going to be more of that maybe this year, who knows, but it's going to be fun.
But you get to play a role. You get to volunteer. You get to be part of the organization. And we're thrilled and we're honored and we're grateful to Ken and Diego and the amazing WITA team, the dinner committee this evening, to Selena and Sarah, for thinking of WIT and for recognizing that an organization can be part of the progress. And we want to play that role. We want to keep being helpful, bringing people together. So thank you.
Thanks
to everybody. Thanks for calling.
Oh my God. Well done, well done.
So thank you, Sarah, Selena, and the great women trade leaders who we recognized here tonight. We're very grateful to all of you for the contributions you have made to the trade community. So tonight's dinner is coming to a close, but the festivities are not over yet. We hope you'll join us for our post-dinner reception in the atrium. Feel free to take the floral centerpieces, and on your way out, don't forget your gift bags if you're allowed to take them. But there's something important you need to know. Not all the gift bags are created equally. In 10 of the gift bags is a special golden ticket. Looks like this. Look for it when you get your gift bag, because that golden ticket entitles the holder of that to a very special gift compliment of Whirlpool. A diamond blender. So 10 people in their bags, please take a look. Thank you to Whirlpool for this very generous gift. Lastly, before you leave, I want to remind everyone, in addition to celebrating Magellan's voyage, this week also marks 50 years since Apollo 11's voyage to the moon. And until tonight, until 11:30 p.m., as you probably all know, there's a simulation of the Saturn V rocket on the Washington Monument, which is just 1 block away. So after you've had a couple cocktails at the post-dinner reception, please check it out. With that, thank you and good night.